from the Auditor General's report to the people of Jamaica and the Parliament that the Auditor General had uncovered a practice where a number of privately owned companies were somehow facilitated in improperly using the tax-exempt status of the University Hospital of the West Indies to import stuff. And having imported the material or goods or equipment were somehow, in some instances, sold to the university hospital at an inflated price so that whoever were the perpetrators made a killing. Yes, made a killing. And yesterday, the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament, the PAC, met, examined this issue, and we learned more now. I recall this station in particular, nationwide, we came under a lot of pressure. A lot of heat was applied. We were threatened because, based on our reporting, we accurately named one of the companies identified by company A or company B or company 1 in the Auditor General's report as JACDEN Limited, owned and operated by the Member of Parliament for East Central St. Andrew, the PNP Region 3 Chairman, Dennis Gordon. And we were pilloried. Yes, pilloried. Mr. Gordon had his lawyers, Knight, Junior Samuels, write to us, threatening us. Hell and Powder House. You have that letter from me, Nora? Yes? Demanding that we pull our story. They also threatened Television Jamaica. Yes, threatened TVJ. And poor TVJ. Them catch them afraid. Yeah, them catch them afraid. And apologized. Yeah? This is how TVJ apologized. Yeah? To JACDEN and Mr. Dennis Gordon back in February. Listen to this.
Involving the PNP's Region 3 Chairman and Member of Parliament for East Central St. Andrew, Dennis Gordon, in relation to a procurement scandal. This information was incorrect. Neither Mr. Gordon nor any company associated with him has been implicated in the procurement scandal. TVJ News regrets the error and apologizes to Mr. Gordon for the erroneous report.
That was from TVJ back in February. TVJ got the same letter or got a similar letter to the one that was sent to us, threatening us. And they bowed. Yes, they fell in line and apologized. This was a letter that they sent to Nationwide, and we refused. We refused to retract our story or to apologize. Some of us in this business, you know, this is a hazardous profession. Yeah, hazardous profession. And they know this. And they try to intimidate. Yeah, they try to intimidate. They not only use lawyers to intimidate, they use all kinds of other tactics to intimidate and to pressure. Yeah? So on February 3, when we reported, we were the first media house to report that one of the companies, so named, as abusing the tax-exempt status of the University Hospital of the West Indies was JACDEN. We got this letter from Knight Junior Samuels. Read that letter for me, Miss Banton.
It says, "Dear sirs, read defamatory statements published by Nationwide News Network about Dennis Gordon and JACDEN Limited. We act on behalf of our clients, Mr. Dennis Gordon and JACDEN Limited, in relation to statements broadcast by your station during the past month and published on your social media platforms today, February 3, 2026, in which our clients are expressly named and linked to allegations purportedly arising from the Auditor General's report of an audit of the University Hospital of the West Indies. We are profoundly concerned at Nationwide's apparent failure to exercise even the most basic journalistic due diligence before publishing our client's name."
Can you read that line again?
"We are profoundly concerned at Nationwide's apparent failure to exercise even the most basic journalistic due diligence before publishing our client's name in disparaging terms as inter alia, beneficiary of, tax exemption breach." And that's a quote.
Yes.
"The wording of your publication invites your listeners and viewers to draw damaging and wholly unjustified conclusions about our clients. Further, the decision to publish those words suggests either an inadequate investigation of the Auditor General's findings or a deliberate attempt to destroy the reputation of a private company whose record of service in the field of healthcare has been commendable. Singling out the names of JACDEN and Dennis Gordon appears to have been deliberately calculated to harm their good reputation."
Absolutely not. It was not. We're not driven, motivated by malice in pursuing or reporting. No. Yeah? Absolutely not. Continue, Nora.
It says, "There has been absolutely no finding of corruption or misconduct on the part of our clients, which makes your publication of their names and identity in the manner in which you have done so both misleading and malicious. Our clients categorically deny any wrongdoing." While Dennis Gordon, principal of JACDEN, is a public figure, a member of parliament, that status does not grant station license to use him as target practice, or does it diminish your obligation to report accurately, fairly, and responsibly? In the circumstances, we formally demand an immediate and unequivocal on-air apology, acknowledging that our clients were wrongly named by you and confirming that no culpability attaches to them in the Auditor General's report. We trust that you will treat this matter with the seriousness it warrants. Should we not receive a satisfactory response within 48 hours, our clients reserve all rights, including the right to purpose further action without notice.
And that was signed by?
That was yours faithfully, Knight, Junior, and Samuels.
Yeah.
And signed signature, Stacey Knight.
Stacey Knight. Yes. Well, that was the letter we got on February 3, Nora. February 3, after all reporting. And some of you also, yeah, were quick to condemn us about the reporting. Yeah? Well, yesterday it emerged in the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament, the PAC, that we were dead on accurate, and no amount of intimidation. You know, they haven't learned yet, you know. They have not learned over the decades that Nationwide is not to be trifled with or attempt to intimidate. Yeah? We try our very best to make sure we get it right. Yeah? There are sometimes some of you will tell us, inform us, and you realize we don't report because what? when we do our due diligence and we do our checks, it now add up. It now add up. So we're not going to get it. Yes, sometimes we get it wrong, but it's not for the want of trying. So yesterday, the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament confirmed the names of the 4 companies, and one of them is indeed Mr. Dennis Gordon, MP, East Central St. Andrews, JACDEN Limited. Yes, and the PNP Region 3 chairman, the instigator of that threatening letter to us on February 3. He instructed his attorney, yes, Stacey Knight of Knight Samuels Jr., to write us that threatening letter. What was he hoping? That we would cower and retract our story, like our friends at Linders Road did. Then catch them afraid. We know you're not afraid of business. Time for the break.
My hands were steady.